Could this 2,000-year-old wooden carving be proof that the ancient Egyptians knew how to fly? This is the Saqqara bird, discovered in 1898 in Egypt. At first glance, it looks like a simple bird figurine, but researchers noticed it has features of an aircraft, a straight tail, wings shaped like a glider, and even an upright rudder. Some believe it was a child's toy or a symbolic artifact, but others claim it could be evidence of ancient knowledge of aerodynamics. Centuries before airplanes, tests with replicas showed that with a tail stabilizer, it could actually glide. So, was this just coincidence, or were the Egyptians experimenting with flight? What do you think? Mystical artifact, or proof of lost technology? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to AST Knowledge Films for more hidden history. Deep beneath the waters of Japan lies a mystery, a massive stone structure called the Yonaguni Monument. Some believe it's proof of an ancient, lost civilization. Discovered in 1986, the monument has flat terraces, sharp angles, and steps that look man-made. Divers even describe it as an underwater pyramid. But others say it's just a natural rock formation shaped by waves and time. But many scientists argue it's just natural rock formations shaped by the ocean. Man-made or natural? The debate continues. So, what do you think? Did humans build Yonaguni, or is nature playing tricks on us? Comment your theory below. Subscribe to AST Knowledge Films for more hidden history. Imagine giant drawings in the desert, so big you can only see them from the sky. They are found across the deserts of Peru. But here's the mystery. They were created over 1,500 years ago, when flight didn't even exist. These are the Nazca lines, hundreds of enormous geoglyphs, hummingbirds, monkeys, spiders, even strange humanoid figures. Some stretch longer than a football field. But why were they made? Some say they were astronomical calendars, others claim they were paths for ritual processions, and few others believe they visitors from another star. Scientists still can't agree. They weren't discovered until planes flew over the desert in the 1920s. And even today, new lines are being revealed by drones. So what do you think? Drop your theory in comments and subscribe to AST Knowledge Films for more hidden history. Most ancient cities were ruled by powerful kings and dynasties. But the Indus Valley civilization? It was different. A city with no kings, no palaces, yet one of the most advanced of its time. 2,500 years ago, cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa had straight streets, brick houses, even plumbing and drainage systems better than many medieval towns. But archaeologists found no evidence of temples, royal palaces, or armies. Instead, it seems they lived with equality, trade, and order, without a king ruling over them. So what happened to them? A great flood? Climate change? Or something even more mysterious? The Indus Valley remains the greatest ancient puzzle of South Asia. Subscribe to AST Knowledge Films for more hidden histories. Have you heard of the Muisca? The ancient people of Colombia who may have inspired the legend of El Dorado, the city of gold. They covered their rulers in gold dust, sailing him into a sacred lake as an offering to the gods. This dazzling ritual made outsiders believe a golden empire was hidden in the mountains. But the Muisca were more than gold. They were brilliant astronomers, farmers, and craftsmen, creating one of the most advanced societies. And yet, when the Spanish arrived, the Muisca's world changed forever. The legend of El Dorado grew, but the truth of their golden kingdom vanished into myth. Even today, divers search the sacred lakes for offerings. Archaeologists believe countless treasures still lie buried. Subscribe to AST Knowledge Films for more hidden history. Long before Rome or Greece, there was a forgotten superpower, the Hittites. Warriors. Over 3,000 years ago, they ruled a vast empire from modern-day Turkey, controlling trade routes and clashing with mighty Egypt. In fact, they fought the Egyptians at the legendary Battle of Kadesh, One of the biggest chariot battles in history, the Hittites were pioneers of iron smelting. They built massive fortresses and signed what is considered the world's first peace treaty. But suddenly, their empire collapsed around 1200 BC during the mysterious Bronze Age collapse. No one knows exactly why, invasions or famine. All that remains are broken tablets, ruined cities, and whispers of their power. So, were the Hittites the first great empire to rise and vanish into legend? Subscribe to AST Knowledge Films for more lost history. Did you know North America once had a city bigger than London? But you've probably never heard of it? This was Cahokia. At its peak, Cahokia had nearly 20,000 people. Huge earthen pyramids called mounds towered over the land. The biggest, Monk's Mound, was taller than a 10-story building. Here, people farmed corn on a massive scale, built wooden palisades for defense, and even created a wood henge to track the sun, like Stonehenge in England. But then, it all collapsed. By the 14th century, Cahokia was empty. No one knows why. Was it climate change? Or something far stranger? Today, only grassy mounds remain, silent witnesses of a once great city that mysteriously disappeared. Subscribe to AST Knowledge Films for more lost history. Imagine a map from 1513. That shows Antarctica, 300 years before it was officially discovered. This is the Piri Reis map, drawn by an Ottoman admiral. What makes it shocking is that it seems to show parts of South America, and even an ice-free Antarctica, historians say. How could sailors in the 16th century know about lands hidden under ice for thousands of years? Did they use ancient maps from lost civilizations? Some even claim it's proof of forgotten advanced knowledge, maybe even contact with beings beyond Earth. But skeptics argue it's just a mix of guesswork and imagination. So, is the Piri Reis map proof of a lost history? Or just a cartographer's mistake? What do you think? Subscribe to AST Knowledge Films for more hidden history. Before the Aztecs, before the Mayans, there was a mysterious civilization. The Olmecs, often called the mother culture of Mesoamerica, they lived more than 3,000 years ago in what is now Mexico. The Olmecs built huge cities, invented writing, and developed a calendar system, long before anyone else in the region. But their most famous legacy? The colossal stone heads, some weighing over 40 tons. Nobody knows exactly how they carved and moved these giant sculptures with simple tools. Archaeologists believe the Olmecs worshipped jaguar gods, practiced shamanism, and maybe even played the world's first ball games. Then, around 400 BCE, they vanished. No one knows why. Climate change, invasion, or something more mysterious? History is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Subscribe to AST Knowledge Films. Did you know? 1,000 years ago, Spain was once the heart of science, art, and culture. This land was called Al-Andalus. From the 8th to the 15th century, Muslim rule turned Córdoba, Granada, and Seville into shining centers of knowledge. While much of Europe was in the Dark Ages, libraries with hundreds of thousands of books, scholars translating Greek, Persian, and Indian texts into Arabic, and new discoveries in medicine, astronomy, and mathematics, magnificent palaces like the Alhambra, the Great Mosque of Córdoba, and breathtaking gardens showed the blend of Islamic, Christian, and Jewish cultures living side by side. But after centuries of brilliance, Al-Andalus slowly declined, finally falling in 1492 with the capture of Granada. Subscribe to AST Knowledge Films for more hidden history.